Live.
We are.
I think it's just the two of us for now. Why don't we just wait one more second just to see if anybody else will join us? And then I'm going to try to drive this. I think I know what to do.
Okay. I think you do.
I'm not sure about this. All is well with you?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, it's good. How about you, Lily?
All good. All good. So it looks like we have somebody joined us, one person online. I'm going to get started just since we have only a very one small precious hour to be together. So welcome to the Artstorming Sanctuary. I'm Lily Pierpont. I am the host of Artstorming and the founder of ArtBridge, which is our nonprofit organization that is devoted to the belief that art is an essential tool for human flourishing. And our aim across all of our Artstorming initiatives is to cultivate creativity and connection through conversation and community. So from our Artstorming podcast to our Art of Conversation dinners, we create spaces where curiosity and dialogue can allow us to slow down and address the things in our lives that really matter, like our creativity. And we designed this structure for you, for those of you who are joining us. This is a time and a space where you can devote yourself to your creative process, whatever that looks like. And we created this because we all felt like we needed a place that we could all be held accountable to come together and, like going to the gym, just to bring whatever that project is that we've been putting off. And so this hour, we're going to structure it in a very specific way. And every time that we meet on Mondays, it's going to be structured the same way. There'll be a very brief introduction, and then we will turn off the cameras and allow you to work on whatever project that you've brought. I'll introduce my co-host here, Mia. She's going to introduce the prompt so that if you don't have a project that you wanted to work on, but you just wanted to commit to being here, we have an idea of something that you can work on, and you can work on your project, or you can work on the project that we suggest. And at about the 35-minute mark, we'll come back on. After we black out our cameras, we'll come back on and just check in with anybody, see if anybody is wanting support or needs to make a comment. Then we'll go black again for the rest of the hour and resume at the top of the hour. And we'll wrap it up then. So today's session is being led by me and Mia. I'm going to pass it over to Mia, who is our communications coordinator. She's the one who writes all of our incredible copy and blogs. And if you haven't seen our blog posts on Substack, you definitely should check them out. She's the heart and voice of ArtBridge and Artstorming initiatives. So Mia, on to you, and I'll let you introduce today's theme.
Thanks, Lily. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about that. We're suddenly July, and I have been really trying, I think, over the past months to hold myself to the challenge of being present as much as possible, which is very much what our Substack space has been about with the creativity toolkits, and really what we are holding the space for here in these Substack live sanctuaries, a space to be present to the inherent creative within ourselves. But something about this year has it's flown. And back in February, I wrote a Substack I think it was called Creativity is the Malt and the Fire. And that was inspired by this being the year of the fire horse. That's really came in with some serious charge and has been carrying us on this wild current of, I think we spoke in the last live a little bit about this time warp that it feels like we're in. And so as I've been making note of in my experience, that while I'm trying to be incredibly present, which is in a way walking into timelessness, just being in the now, the only thing, place, experience that we have. When I come out of it and look at the clock, I'm like, how did 2 hours pass? Where did these last 6 months go? So halfway through the year, we're in July, I'm really inviting us to take a look at what we've put down, since last year, which was the year of the snake, about shedding, what we've put down over the course of this year, since January, since February, what we've let go of, and notice what has really been working for us, what we're carrying with us for the rest of the year as the days start to get shorter and we head toward autumn and winter. It's a little review of where we are, how much we're carrying on this fire horse, and an invitation to let go of some baggage. So the prompt that I offer us is, if you want to sit with a piece of paper or a notebook, or even sing it out, let do some toning just for releasing. I invite us to really consider, what am I holding on to that isn't working for me? And what have I begun, or what creative projects or hobbies or habits, what am I doing now that I want to keep carrying with me? And to honor both, to release onto the page, into the air, with a brush or a pen, and honor ourselves, because sometimes all it takes is looking to realize, wow, I've been holding something that I really don't need to. Or to honor, like, this thing that I've been doing has actually been serving me so much, and I haven't even realized it. And what a gift it is to notice what we're doing right, so to speak, or what really works for us. So Ely and I will turn off our mics and turn off our cameras. And as usual, this is just a prompt or a guide. And you do not have to take my lead. This is what I've been sitting with lately. And I think that it served me a lot to look at. So I invite all of us to make that space.
And so just to reiterate, this hour is for you. You can bring this idea that Mia's just shared into this hour with you. You can work on something completely different. This is your time. And we will reconvene in about 35 minutes and check in with everybody. And until then, art on. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop the share screen. We lost Mia. Um, for those of you joining us, this is our Substack Live is often held by our wonderful Lindsay, and she is not available today. So I jumped in to hold the space for everybody, and my technical skills are not quite as polished as Lindsay's, so bear with us. But I'm just checking in to see how everybody's doing. We can use the chat section if anybody has anything they want to report. I'll notice that I'm just going to report. I'm working on a bunch of different things, but this moment allowed me to slow down enough to remember that it's my mother's birthday today, or would have been her birthday. So again, if I don't think I would have even if I hadn't just written down in my notebook July 6th, Mom, I wouldn't have noticed that it was my mother's birthday. So there's something to be said for slowing down, just to remember things like that. I'm not really sure. I think what we'll do is I'm going to darken the screen again and let you guys go back to your projects and back to your thoughts. And then I'll come on just a few minutes earlier than normal, probably about 5 minutes ahead of the hour, so at 12:55. And we'll wrap it up, and I'll have some announcements that I'll make. And yeah, we'll just won't interrupt more. And please feel free to use the chat if there's anything pressing that you need or in any way that we can support you. Okay, I'm going dark again. Okay, so coming back, I hope that was fruitful for everybody. I'm just going to read the prompt again for people who will be seeing this again later. What can still be put down? Oh, here it is. What are you carrying forward? What curated pieces of your life? What rituals, what songs, what boundaries, habits, hobbies, joys have proven themselves to be worth keeping? What are you fiercely protecting and bringing with you as the days begin to shorten? So the invitation here is for everybody to bring whatever project they want into this space. The idea is to support all of us in carving out that time, which is sometimes so hard to do in the busyness of our lives, to really commit to our creative practice. And so however you spent the time, I hope it was fulfilling for you. And what I'm curious to know, for those of you out there, if you could share an idea of what would support you to return to this space and any obstacles that you had in kind of getting present in the space. I know we had technical difficulties, and I'm not usually the one who leads this, so I was a little off my game. But settling down is not always easy, but there's no wrong way to do this. And the fact that we show up and the fact that we commit ourselves to this moment, however abbreviated it is really the key here. And whatever obstacles you found to settling in, if you could share them, that it might make other few people feel a little bit less awkward about joining. What are they going to do with their time? And I think what we're going to do is we'll create maybe a list of things to prepare for what to bring. So for example, a notebook, and I know it's helpful for me to have a list of ideas of things that I might want to work on during this time. So those are just a few thoughts I wanted, having not been able to really participate in this for the last couple of sessions. Being here today really gave me an opportunity to see what the possibility of this time is for myself and for all of you. We're going to repeat this every month, the first Monday of every month, from 12 to 1 p.m. Mountain Time. And this is through Substack Live. And while you're on Substack Live, I certainly encourage you to look at our Substack Live blog posts. And this is where we also host our Artstorming podcast. As far as announcements, we are going to be merging everything under the Artstorming umbrella. So you may notice that we've changed our Substack name to Artstorming. And that's because ArtBridge will stay in the background as our nonprofit organization, a place where we can meet with sponsors and patrons. But Artstorming is really going to be our front facing. So in the spirit of that, we're changing a lot of the naming conventions that we have for all our initiatives to be Artstorming. And in the spirit of that, we have another announcement, which is what you may know to be Santa Fe Arts Club, which is something that we started back in during COVID. And many of you know it. It's online through Facebook and through Instagram. We are having our first live Santa Fe Arts Club initiative. We are now calling it Artstorming Santa Fe. We're partnering with Creative Mornings and with Vital Spaces. And so our first live session will be on Mondays, the third Monday of every month from 6 to 7:30. The first one is, July 20. We'll put that information for you in the notes. For some reason, I think it's July 27th. But it's whatever that third Monday is. And what we're going to do for the first couple of sessions of that is we're going to invite everybody who has shown up to decide how we're going to create the space. So up to this point, for the last 6 or so years, Santa Fe Arts Club has just been online, a place where we can post artwork and updates and community things that are going on, just a place to stay connected during COVID that has continued. And there are 3,000 of us on our Santa Fe Arts Club. So this is an opportunity for those who live in the Santa Fe area to come meet face to face on Mondays and see what we want to cook up, how we want to take it from there, whether we want to splinter into groups according to different artistic disciplines, or whether we want to stay a cross-pollinating enterprise, or what we want to do with it. It's up to us to create. So thank you for joining us. We'll be here again on the first Monday of August, and wish you all well. Stay creative. Art on. That's it. Goodbye.